Shalom. Welcome. I'm Angel from Healthy in Heart. Thank you for joining me today. One thing that the Father, I love about the Father is He loves us enough that He doesn't let us stay the way we are unless we choose to be rebellious, right? So the Abba Father has been working with me a lot on vanity. You don't want to think that you're guilty of it, but we all are to some degree or another. We want to look good. We want to dress nice. We want to have nice things. So one of the things that we have learned recently is the power of linen garments in not destroying your body through energy and dirty electricity that the fabrics create. So we have decided to go with all natural fabrics, linens, cottons, rayons, to a lesser degree rayons. So we've decided to go to all natural fabrics. Linens is our primary focus, and then secondary cottons, and then some rayon blends. We allow that too. But we really want to get the polyester out of our life because it's made of it's chemicals and plastic, and you don't want to drink out of plastic bottles because the plastic leaks into your bottles, but you put it on your body, and we know that the body will absorb things. So, and I'm not trying to convict anybody else to do this. That's between you and Yahuah, and your own conscience and your own body and your own health. But this is something that we were led to do, and so we're doing it. So we cleaned out our closet the day before yesterday, and it was almost an all-day job because I had clothes. I don't even know how I had all these clothes in there. I really don't. I had them in boxes. I had them in boxes like this, right? I had 6 of those, and I had we have a double closet, and half of that was mine. I have those cube shelves, double stacked, the 9 cubes double stacked, and it was full. I mean, just full and puking onto the floor. Okay, it was that much. And I really, until I cleaned out my closet, I did not realize I had accumulated this many clothes. I mean, I lost a lot of weight when right before my sister passed away a couple of years ago, and so I had got new clothes, and I had intended to throw the old clothes out, but with her death and the trauma that ensued through that, I'm not going to go back into it again, but with the trauma that ensued over that, it was with the trauma that ensued and us trying to get her buried after her body was left to decay in a morgue for 3 months, and we didn't even know about it. We were finally able, but that was very traumatic. I don't even know how my sweet mama has dealt with it, because that was her baby. And sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. But after she passed away, I returned to the old faithful binge eating and overeating. I returned to those bad eating habits, and most of the weight came back on. So I had all these sizes that are from like 10, because I was getting ready to go into size 10. So I have sizes from 10 to 18, 20 in here. And you just don't realize how, because the ones that didn't fit me currently, they were packed away in boxes or hanging into the side of the closet to where, they were out of sight, out of mind, right? I had no idea I had accumulated this much clothes to, and you know, when I started, like, how did it happen? It was to serve my vanity. It truly was, because I've always had struggled with issues of self-esteem, not feeling pretty, not feeling attractive, and I would put on clothes that made me feel pretty, that made me feel attractive. It was the clothes, it wasn't that it was changing how I felt about myself. And so that's really one of the things I really think that Yahuah is like really digging out of me right now. But you know, it's a painful process, and I really did. I was close to tears a couple times in letting go of these some of these clothes, because I had developed an emotional attachment to how they made me feel. Even the ones that I've never worn. Okay, and I'm going to insert a clip right here that's going to show you the pile of clothes that came out of my closet and out of my drawers. So these are all of my clothes that I have cleaned out of my closet, except for this trash bag right here, which is Todd's. There is actually a keyboard and a bench underneath all that, but for the most part, it's clothes. This whole bag right here is tank tops. You know, the undershirt tank tops. I've never wore them. Almost all of these I've never wore. Some of them I've wore once, but almost all of them I have never wore. Brand new. Some with tags, some without tags. And they are gorgeous clothes. I mean, really nice feminine details with the lace and the buttons, and you know, the nice 40s style dresses, the watermelon tank top, the tank top with the pretty appliques, and there's nightgowns with a robe, and there's robes in there, never worn. And we have, there's jackets. I mean, all of this is gorgeous. And this is not counting, okay, we're not counting this part right here, because this part right here is actually mending and some of the crochet items that I'm going to list that I've made. But these are just all new clothes that I have, almost all new clothes that I've never worn. So it's a lot, and this is not even including what went to Goodwill. The clothes that I wore a lot, those went to Goodwill, so that some, you know, they were still in good condition, but I did go ahead and take them to Goodwill. These are all worn once. 99% of these never worn. Never worn. Some have tags still attached, some don't. But yeah, never worn. And that's a real testament to how poorly I thought of myself, because who needs that many clothes? I mean, for real. Granted, there are multiple sizes in there, and man, that can really, really increase your clutter. So we did do a massive closet declutter, massive, and I'm dumbfounded by how many clothes. I'm sitting here looking at the pile, and I'm like looking at it, how did all those fit in there? And you know, you buy them like one or two at a time, and then you don't really get rid of the ones you've had. So you're not really replacing stuff, you're just accumulating more. And you know, materialism is not a good thing. Just a little note to the side. If you're interested in buying any of these clothes, they are gorgeous. And if you don't mind wearing polyester and man-made blends, man-made garment, man-made textiles, then head over to Healthy and Heart on eBay, and they will be listed there until they're gone. And it is a very big, and I know I said I wasn't going to talk on decluttering because everybody's done it, but seeing this really opened my eyes. I mean, I know I collect, these are all cookbooks, and those are all cookbooks, and then I have cookbooks in the kitchen, which I don't use because we just make it up as we go along. So these are going to be going on whole food plant-based. They're going to be going to many of them. I'll probably keep a couple, but many of them were going to be going on eBay for sale. So I'm also going to be posting some stuff that I have made, like these crochet items. One of the things that I really love about our Abba Father is he loves us enough that he wants us to be the very best version of ourselves, which is in his image. We are to look like him. And what does he wear? what does Yeshua wear when he comes back? What was he born wrapped in? What was he, it's linens. And so we pay a lot of attention to what food we put in our body. We don't pay as much attention to what we put on our body. And we've eliminated the creams and the lotions and the potions, except for the ones that I make at home that are, I know are safe and I know what goes in it. But we don't really pay attention to what we put on our body, the clothes that we put on but this is 100% cotton, but we don't pay attention to the clothes that we put on our body. And we know that we absorb things through our body through transdermal absorption, right? We have the patches and whatnot that and the creams that tell us the exact same thing. It gets absorbed directly into our bloodstream. So if you're wearing a garment that's made of plastic or processed in chemicals, don't you think those are going into your bloodstream and making you sick? The first things that Abba Father worked with us on cleaning up our life was, aside from the sinful behaviors and the disobedience, was with cleaning up our diet. Because, we've been praying for Yahuah to heal various illnesses and diseases. But he's not going to heal us as long as we continue poisoning our body. So all of these clothes are going to get listed. When my sister passed away a couple of years ago, I don't want to talk about it much in detail because I get emotional. She was my baby sister, and she was the baby of the family. When she passed away, I had lost 125 pounds total. So that was a lot of weight. I had gotten down to a size 10, not size 12. And so a lot of these clothes have been accumulated because I was buying new clothes to replace the ones that I had already given away to Goodwill. And then I started gaining weight again. So from size 10, 12 back up to size 16, 18, and a couple size 20s. That's the size I'm in now, is like size 16. So, and you don't really realize how, because I was saving it because I knew I was going to lose the weight again. I know I'm going to lose the weight again, and it's going to stay off this time. Praise Yah. But I kept those clothes, and it's actually very freeing to purge that part of my life out. And make no mistake, I got emotional with pulling out some of these clothes because I really love them. They're beautiful, and it makes me wonder if they were not becoming an idol to me, and that is not good. God, Elohim does not like to share his glory, right? He says he will not share his glory with another. So yeah, I believe they were becoming an idol, and I was worshiping at the altar of pride and ego and appearance and vanity. And that's another thing that Yahuah has really been working with me on, is cleaning up my heart. And well, you think that you're doing really good, but there's still those little dusty areas of the corner in your heart that you're like, don't touch this one, it's sacred. but that corner needs to be swept out too. We need to clean out that corner too. And this was one of those. And, you know, I'm realizing more and more that they're a crutch for keeping a low ego and a low self-esteem and not feeling good enough, because you think if you put on beautiful clothes onto your body and, you know, they're beautiful, they're sexy, then and they're attractive, and that makes you beautiful and sexy, attractive. But you know, my mom has something that she told me all the time when I was growing up: pretty is as pretty does. And that is so true. You can have somebody who is perfect and flawless on the outside, but their inside is rotten to the core. And that is not how Yahuah defines beauty. And that's not how my husband defines beauty. He's always telling me, honey, you don't need makeup. Just stop. You don't need it. You're beautiful as you are. But I didn't feel that way inside. And part of that is I have not learned to love myself, or I had not learned to love myself. And that's another area that Yahuah is working with me on. And it's kind of all meshed together. They're all interrelated with the vanity and the ego and the self-esteem and the weight issues. It's all linked together. It's like chainmail. One circle is around another, and they're all interlinked together. So to attack one is to weaken the whole thing. And so that's what Yahuah is doing. So this time Yahuah is working with us on wearing natural clothes made out of his ingredients and not man's ingredients. We're going to natural fibers, to wearing natural fibers. That's linen primarily, cotton secondary, and some rayon that's mixed in. I don't want a lot of rayon because they do use harsh chemicals, and most of those are washed out, but you know, that's a personal process anyway, or that's a personal choice. And so, you know, these things right here, this is actually made of metal, but you know, the wooden ones, the wood laminated bookshelves, how many pieces of your furniture have come with a warning from California that it can cause cancer? It's because of the gases it offputs. It's because of the chemicals used in the production, and they use some of the same chemicals to make your clothes. So, or worse chemicals. And you know, you won't drink a bottle of water because it can leach plastic into the water, and then you consume that and it destroys your health from the inside. But what does that do if you put it on your body? What does it do if you're wearing plastic? That's something we don't really think about. We've been concentrating on what we put in our body, but not what we put on our body. And I'm telling you, it makes a difference. I've only been wearing solely linen and cotton for like 3 days, and I feel good. The linen is just like, it floats around you. It's so breezy and airy. It's you don't sweat in it. And the cotton is not as good as that, but it is another clean garment, preferably organic, but it's hard to find organic nowadays. But we're trying to reduce the amount of cotton that we have also. So it's hard to find things that are straight linen. So manufacturers, I really wish they get on board with using more natural fibers. And don't tell me it costs more to make, because people used to only use linen before they started making the cheaper plastic crap that you put on your body. And I'm describing these as crap, but they're beautiful garments. If you don't care what you put on your body, then head over to Healthy in Heart on eBay, healthy_in_heart on eBay, and pick some of them up if you like them. And I'm also going to be listing a lot of my crochet items that I make by hand there. So, and those are also going to be the acrylics. Yeah, mostly acrylics. I do have some wool and some cotton items I will be posting, but most of them are acrylic. So that I'll be listing. But I really think we need to pay more attention to what we put on our body, and what we put. We need to pay attention to what we put in our body, but we also need to be paying attention to what we put on our body and what we surround ourselves with. You know, while Yahuah is still working with me on my vanity and pride, I really hope that you all will at least take some words to heart as far as perhaps going in the same direction that we are. But if you don't, you know, that's your choice. That's between you and Yahuah, and we wish you the best. So, and I'm going to sign off now. So Yahuah bless you and keep you and give you shalom. Until next time. Yah bless.